This is the Iron Trader. Now the pitch is closed here at 2:30. That's about 10 minutes ago. So as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natty gas. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels will be posted. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have the old crude oil, your daily, your weekly, and your monthly chart. Now, today, wow, what a beautiful scalping day today here. The UCO, great scalp. The UNG was a great scalp. The KOLD, I scalped it 3 times today. What another great scalp. Tesla, TQQ, UPRO, UDOW, man, you name it. It was just a money-making day today. But that's that. We're going to look at crude here. Okay, so let's look at the daily chart. What do we have? Well, what we had here is we had a low here, and then we had a higher low, nice green candles right into the 08 SMA. Now today, actually last night on the futures, you can see where it gapped up and closed above. Now the price is sitting at 83 or 78, 78.30. And what we're looking at here is your 200 SMA here is sitting right at 78.19. So you're above that. Very, very good. And we want to look here at this 78.23, okay, on that 50 SMA, and you're right above that for right now. But just barely, you're right basically on the line. Okay, so what do we have here? Well, we had basically, this is a topping tail here. So we got to see exactly when the futures open tonight here at 6 p.m. here. We got to watch very, very carefully exactly where they're going to open. With this topping tail here, if this could sell right down and then retest this very, very easily, or it could just pop right back up here, and if it can close above, then that would negate that topping tail. So today's high so far was 79.77. So I told you what you do is you always look at the bottom of these candles. That's 88.10. Okay, so it never caught quite there. Now, if it can go and get higher than this candle here, this 79.77 tomorrow, or even tonight on the futures, then you look at that 88.10. Then you look to the bottom of this candle, 80.66. Then we look at this candle right here. You're looking at 81.05. And then we start coming right into the thick of it. You got 81.97 here. You got 82.27. And then we have this key 21 on your weekly chart at 82.35. Now, we got to see how this 8 day is going to play out here, okay? Because you see how it's rolling over. But again, if you can get above all that, then that 8 day, that is going to be next. That's 83.91. Now, here on your monthly chart, you want to watch this key level here. That's 78.80, okay? So that will be your next shot if you can get over this key 50 SMA here. So, okay, so what you want to do is you want to watch, now since you're above this key 8 SMA here, and that's curling on down, you want to watch this key level right here, 78.27, and then we want to watch this 50 SMA, 78 here, 23, and then we got to watch this 78.80 here on your monthly chart. Always put a monthly chart here, even if you don't look at it constantly. It's always good to see, where exactly the SMAs are. Now, again, if you can get above all that, then what we do is we hit all this level here, but then watch this key 21 here. So basically, you're looking at right around the 82 level here if this could rally up here. Now, again, if it can't hold this, the 200 SMA here, and you can't hold this key 8 SMA here, sitting at 78.03, well, then what we have to do is you look to the top of this candle here, 77.73. We look to the top of here, 77.16. Look to the bottom of this candle here, 76.21. And then we follow it down, 75.31. 75.21, and then you retest at 74.91. That is going to be very, very key level if that topping tail comes into play and it comes all the way down. Again, if that is lost, then look to your monthly right here. This 200 SMA, you're looking at 73.27. Very, very crucial. If that is lost, then we come down to this key level here, your 70.06. which is basically going to be your big target here. And then if that's lost here, you can come down to this price channel here, which is 63.64, which would be this candle right here. Now, what you want to do here, though, is you've got that OPEC meeting here on November 26th. That's just right around the corner here. So you really want to be long into it. Now, to me, I am long, but I'm also scalping this here daily because the trading here is just phenomenal, especially in the UCO and the SEO here. You can just make some really good cash flow every day here. But just be very, very cautious here, because if the OPEC meeting, I will basically run my position in there, sell half of it before, and then see how it shakes on out here. Okay, so you got to be very careful here. So watch this key 8 SMA here on the bottom here. If that is lost here, then we can come down here and possibly retest this 74.91. This 200-day, you're sitting right at it. So just watch this 200-day. Watch this key 50 SMA here, and watch this 8 SMA here, 78.80. If you can get above that, then basically you got 82 here, 27, 82, 35. So figure right around the 82 level. That is going to be your big target. A close above, well, you got 85.73. You know where you're going. A close above that, you got 89.85. You know where you're going. Okay, RSI still looking good. Still a little bit bearish here on your MACD here, and never did curl back over. It was kind of working on it today, but couldn't quite do it. MACD here on your weekly here. That's very, very bearish here, heading on the way down here. RSI still basically medium here. Okay, so now remember, the API report will be out today at 4:30. We're going to see exactly, but we're also going to get the numbers here from last week here too. So just be very, very cautious here and trade. That is the key here. Both ways, long or short here. That is going to be the key here to the old Crude ski. All right, let's see what's going on with the old natty gas. All right, here we have the old natty gas, your hourly and your 4-hour chart. Now, I've been telling you about this. See the series of lower lows? That's never good. However, it came all the way down here, 2.98, and then came right here, okay? At the low was this is 3.014. So you had a nice a double bottom basically with a higher low here, and then she gapped up. Now, if this sells down here, watch the bottom of this candle here first, okay? That's going to be 3.061. There's your gap, and then watch the top of this candle here, 3.039. That is going to be your fill. Again, if that is lost here, then we come to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 3.014, and then your retest here of 2.98. Now, you can see where this ran up nicely, but where did it go? See, this is why you trade the charts. Went right into the 200. Okay, and then when it tried to rally back here, it couldn't make it. You put it in a lower high, boom, sold right on down, just like that. Okay, very, very easy. Okay, so here on the 4-hour chart here, always watch that 50 SMA here. Okay, she's leaning on down here, so watch that gap, watch that fill, and then if that is none, you're going to have a retest here of 2.98. On the upside, watch that 21 SMA here, and then this key 3.17. That's your 200-day. Very, very crucial. If you get above, you got your 50-day, 3.21, and then right above that, look at that price channel at 3.26. If you can get it back above that, watch this candle here. There's your gap, 3.40. Watch the bottom there, 3.47, gap, fill. All right, let's take a look here on a weekly, daily and a week. All right, here we have the old daily. Now, when this was down here, I said, watch for this 50 SMA here. Came right down, held it just beautifully. Then we had a big rally, but where did it go? Right into that 8 SMA. Now, today it got higher, but I always say, watch the closing numbers. Intraday here, this was a phenomenal scalp. I scalped KOLD. First time I got like 50 cents. And then I said, geez, I got stopped out at 56 and a quarter. And then I could see, well, man, this thing is just coming back in. So I got back into trade. So I traded it 3 times today. UNG had a nice little scalp on it. I didn't get a whole lot out of UNG there, but it was still a little bit of scalp there going up here. So it wasn't all that bad. Now, again, if this long as this 50-day here holds, that's going to be crucial. Okay, so here's why I'm telling you this. Okay, when you look at that. Okay, you have a low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. It should come down to this 50-day here and still be another higher low, which is always very, very positive. Okay, so even if it comes down here, this might be a very, very good buying opportunity again if it holds. So on the downside, watch the bottom of today's candle. That's 3.086. Watch yesterday's candle, 3.06, and then watch this key 50 SMA here at 3.01. Again, if that is lost, you have your 50-day coming all the way down here at 2.90. Then we have, what is your 21 here? That's 2.84, but you'll hit this 2.86 first. And then what we have here, 2.83, that 100-day lines up pretty nice here, okay, with your 21 SMA here, basically 2.84. So that would be next here. But the key is going to be this 50 SMA. If it holds, then that's be a nice scalping opportunity here to go long. Now, I just checked the weather here. It's supposed to be kind of moderate here weather-wise, but after Thanksgiving, there's a big-ass cold front coming in here, and that could sway natural gas here back up to the upside here. So always keep that in mind. Always watch the weather. I think I follow it is nat gas weather. It's really good sight, and then you can get a pretty good idea, like a 10-day outlook, and see exactly what is what. Now, on the upside, well, you got to look here, okay? This here is that's 8 SMA here. I've been talking about 3.17, which lines up very nicely with this 8 SMA here, 3.17. That's going to be your first upside target here. And then we have here, 3.19. Again, if you can get above all that, then we look to yesterday's high, okay? That is 3.24. Today's high, 3.26. And then we just follow the candles up here, okay? 3.29, and then we have that 3.40. There's your gap right here. The bottom of this candle here, 3.45. That's your gap. There's your fill. Then we can come up here, 3.52, 3.57, 3.60, 3.63, 3.64. That would be the big retest. A breakout above that, you come to this 200-day at 3.80. That is going to be your big-ass target if you can break above. So key levels to watch here is these SMAs, okay? Watch on the upside here, this 3.17, that 3.17 there, and this 21 SMA. That is going to be key resistance. A close above, well, we know where it's going. Now, if you can't, on the way down, watch these candles. Today's low, yesterday's low, and this key 50. If that 50 is lost here, then we look to this 50 right here at basically 2.9009, which is basically 2.91. And then if that's lost, you can come down to this 2.86, okay? So you got to stay real sharp. Now, again, tomorrow morning, today's the API numbers at 4:30. Tomorrow we'll have the EIA numbers at 10:30 for crude. And then remember, PPI is at 8:30 in the morning. So we have a huge rally today on the CPI number. So we got to see what we can do tomorrow here with the PPI number here, if we can keep this inflation kind of like in check, as they say, okay? Because that's going to affect oil, natural gas, every kind of a commodity, everything, okay? So that's what I got for you right now. Tomorrow morning, I'll be back there before 8 o'clock, and we will review the crude oil and natural gas. Thanks for watching.